Hello, my name is Kat Cheney.
And my name is Abby Curry. Welcome back to The Slice.
Tomorrow, Orange Middle School will be coming here during the day to see the first performance of the fall play, Make 'em Laugh. A few high schoolers went to the middle school last Friday to work with some of the middle schoolers. The fall play is a comedic show, so they had some comedy workshops and improv workshops.
The show officially opens this Thursday at 7 p.m. You can buy your tickets during your lunch periods. Tickets are $6 for students, $10 for adults, and there's a pay what you can option starting at $3. If you enjoy watching sitcoms like Friends, Will and Grace, The Golden Girls, or Steinfeld, you should definitely come see this show. Katch, you're involved in this show, so tell me a little bit about how the rehearsal process has been.
It's been going great. We've been working at it for just over 2 months now, I believe, and we've been really getting ramped up for the show week this week with all our costumes and our props and our lights and everything. It's going well.
Yeah, so it being Tech Week, how are you feeling going into this show weekend and the show being so soon?
I mean, you're always going to be a little bit nervous because of just all the new things that are coming at you all at once, but honestly, I think we're going to be prepared, and I think we're going to have it just fine.
Absolutely. So you're in a few different of the sitcoms that are, throughout the show. So which one has been your favorite, either acting in or that you've watched?
Well, to that I would have two answers. My favorite one to act in is obviously the Will and Grace parody because I get to do the most fun things. I'm playing the Jack parody character of that. But my favorite to watch is probably Taxi, the Taxi parody, because it's got so many fun, different types of characters in it, and honestly, it's the most funny one in my opinion.
Yeah, I think this show is really interesting in terms of me being a film person and studying television shows. It's really cool seeing these sitcoms come together all in a different story, and especially in this live show because sitcoms were originally filmed live. So I think just the history of TV, this is a really interesting show and I'm very excited to see it. So we mentioned earlier that Orange Middle School is coming here tomorrow to see the show. Can you talk about how that kind of works and if you think they're going to like the show?
I think they will. I think it's a show that's very much on their level. Mm-hmm. I feel like they're definitely going to connect with it because whether or not they've watched the shows or not, I'm certain their parents have introduced them to them. Mm-hmm. So how that's going to work is they're going to come down to the school around the start of first period for them, their beginning class. And then we're going to put on that performance for them. It's a shorter show, so it'll be just over an hour. And then we'll have a little bit of time afterwards to ask questions from them, or for them to ask questions from us.
Got you. And you being in the show, and most of these being older sitcoms, I would say, what would you say some more modern sitcoms you would like to see in the show are? And then I'll give my answer, because you're in the show.
Modern sitcoms. I was always a fan of the Big Bang Theory and then the Young Sheldon when that came out, so that was always like my go-to. That would really be like my first thought with that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I think my favorite show is Abbott Elementary. I think an Abbott Elementary parody on stage would be really funny, especially in a school. I think would make it really interesting. And then I think Modern Family would be really cool to parody. Yeah. Modern Family is a great show.
Wish I thought of that one.
Yeah.
A good one.
Yeah, it would definitely be interesting, revamping this show every couple years because it's such an interesting and somewhat timely concept. So I think that's really interesting.
Absolutely.
Now, here's Olivia to learn more about the fall play.
Good morning, Pioneers. The fall play is coming up. Let's take a look.
Hi, I'm Miss Wayne Abrams, and I'm the theater teacher here and theater director at Orange High School, and I'm also an English teacher. Our fall play that we're working on is not a name you've heard of, but you know some of the content. So it's called Make 'em Laugh. We wanted to do something much lighter this year after Sweeney Todd and Outsiders. Make 'em Laugh is a story that is based on a young man and his grandma talking about his future. He's going through a lot of the things that students are going through today, trying to think of what's practical to do in the future versus what his dreams were. And he's ready to give up on his dreams, and his grand's trying to talk him into keeping with those dreams. Well, in the process of doing that, he has sort of this experience, it's almost Wizard of Oz-like, where he ends up somehow being transported into various sitcom situations. And though they can't use these names with it, the sitcoms that they are parodying are things like Friends and Will and Grace and Seinfeld, The Taxi, The Honeymooners, like lots of shows that have been very famous throughout time and launched a lot of stars.
Hi, I'm Jack Sturm. I play the kid in Make 'Em Laugh. And basically the kid's role is as this typical teenager, and he falls asleep and then he wakes up in a dream world where he just goes through a bunch of different sitcoms, and it's a very funny show. My favorite part of the show is the part that is basically a spoof on the show Friends. It's the longest sitcom in the show, and it's just very fun. It's very fun to work with the different people on it, and yeah, it's just a very good time.
This show is one of those shows that is for literally everybody. It's the kind of thing that people can come all ages and enjoy. This sort of thing that even if you don't know some of the shows that they're parodying, you are going to understand the types of characters, because it's the same kind of thing that you see in any comedy with certain types of characters who make certain kinds of decisions. We know that they're predictable and what they're going to do and say, and that creates a lot of really funny moments. And these students are so talented, and they've been working so hard on it, and it's really, really going to be a great entertainment. We're also working on a little bit of improv, where we're going to do a little audience interactive improv before the show starts to get everybody kind of warmed up to enjoy their night. So you really don't want to miss it. It's different than anything we've ever done.
The show is September 25th, 27th at 7 p.m. and September 28th at 2 p.m.
That's all for today, Pioneers. Now back to the desk.
Last Friday, our marching pioneers joined Berlin's band for a joint halftime performance. They performed some really fun songs like Shut Up and Drive Drive, and two of our classics, Hey Song and Ain't No Been Good. Both bands also learned a new dance for drum break in the song, Drive.
Then on Saturday, the band traveled to Paris, Ohio for the Graham Marching Band Festival. Bands from all over Ohio came to this festival to perform. All of the bands have worked so hard to put together a show, and this is their chance to show off their hard work. The bands perform for each other and our families, and our friends and families. Our band was also invited to stay after the festival to perform a song with the host band.
We are introducing a new game to the Slice. Every week we'll play Guess the Artist, where there will be 3 clues to get more obvious as they go on. The goal is to guess who the artist is in the least amount of time. We will have painters, musicians, and actors, or anyone else involved in the art community. Let's start with our first artist.
That was really fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a hard time with the first one.
I had no clue. Until the end.
The end.
To
yeah,
the end,
the
until
Mona
the number
Lisa.
3, yeah.
Everyone
Mona Lisa.
knows Da Vinci, and then everyone knows the Da Vinci twins who talk about the Mona Lisa.
Absolutely.
Absolutely, modern staple of pop culture, right? But yeah, I think the Renaissance got it for me. I used to be a big history nerd, so Renaissance. It was my favorite time period. It still is.
Is it really?
Yeah.
I feel like my only exposure to that was the Mr. Peabody and Sherman movie, when they visit back in time and they visit the Mona Lisa painting.
Yeah.
That was the first time I learned about
you go. I feel like they did something. No, they stole the Declaration of Independence and National Treasure, not the Mona Lisa. But that's like what I was.
I wish it was.
About.
That would have been much better.
That would have been funny. But there's a lot of. Oh my gosh, is it the Da Vinci Code?
Da Vinci Code.
Yes, that's the one. That's how I remember it, even though I didn't like that book.
It's like a whole thing.
It's a whole thing, and it's all like. I don't remember the book, but there's like something on the Mona Lisa, and Da Vinci's in it, so yeah.
Absolutely. Yeah. That's all for today, Pioneers with the Slice. I'm Kat Cheney.
And I'm Abby Curry. Stay artsy, Pioneers. Have a great day.